Hey guys, it is Lego Maestro here, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Monday. Of course, as I'm sure you guys know, yesterday was the tournament, and let me tell you, an absolute ton happened, including a little bit of drama. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. The first thing to note, ladies and gentlemen, about yesterday's Minecraft Monday is that Tyler1 and Tifu, people that Keemstar both reached out to in the past week, trying to get them to join this week's Minecraft Monday, well, neither of them ended up joining this week. And well, as far as team changes go, there were less than usual this week. But regardless, let's jump into those. The first one, you guys, is a pretty complicated one. Previously, in the last tournament of Minecraft Monday, Skydoes Minecraft's teammate, Afmount, ended up leaving for this week of Minecraft Monday, and Bajan Canadian's previous teammate, Lachlan, also left this week. So they decided to join forces, so you had Bajan Canadian and Skydoes Minecraft. And that was on the roster for this week. Well, but sadly for Mr. Bajan here, his teammate Sky actually didn't end up showing up this week, so at the very last minute, his good old pal Just Verb ended up joining as his teammate. Well, also teaming together yesterday was Lauren Zide and Yami Yox, after Yami's previous partner, CPK, ended up leaving this week, and Lauren's previous partner, dang that's a long name, as you can imagine, he also left this week. Now I'm sure at this point you guys are going, man, so many people left Minecraft Monday this week. And it's true. Previously, last week, they had 20 teams on the roster, and this week, that list shortened by 8 people, aka 4 different teams. I've got to say, that is a sizable difference, considering these are all some pretty big names. But getting back to the teams, Good Guy Fitz ended up returning to Minecraft Monday this week, after being gone in last week's tournament, and he this week was teamed with a new player, Cryos. And to make things a little more fun, we had a new team join this week with none other than Grape Applesauce and Hey I'm B. And now for the team you guys have been waiting for me to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, Technoblade this week was teamed with none other than James Charles. And this made things interesting since they teamed the best player in Minecraft Monday with the biggest name in Minecraft Monday. Now, sadly, Mr. James Charles here, he wasn't very family friendly throughout the entire live stream, which also happened to cause Technoblade, well, he basically gave up on monetization this week. And well, going back to their old teammates and what happened to them, Technoblade's previous teammate, Chris, was teamed up with, of course, you guys know him, Chandler, and James Charles' previous teammate, Vikkstar, was teamed with a new player this week, TBNRFrags. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the tournament did start. Now, before we get into that, there was one thing I was confused about this week. If you guys remember last week's Minecraft Monday, I showed you a tweet by Bajan Canadian saying that this week a random player would have a chance to join this week's official Minecraft Monday. Now, I did check the roster and I didn't see any name out of place. Forgive me if I'm wrong and I somehow missed it, but I don't see any person in there who looked like they could have come from the Minecraft Monday server. Now maybe they reached out to this person and they just didn't answer and they didn't respond, so they went on with it. Regardless though, I am kind of curious what happened. So if they decide to give us an update on that, I will be sure to let you know in the next week's Minecraft Monday. And so of course, if you're not already, you want to subscribe to Hypixel Alert to stay updated with this story and others relating to the tournament. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into it. Game 1 started, of course, with everybody's favorite, Hunger Games, and it actually happened to be quite a twist when Techno died halfway through the game, but his teammate James Charles survived until second place. And of course, he lost to none other than Vikkstar and TBNRFrags. Now, Game 2 in this tournament was, of course, Tnt Run, and in this, thankfully, the first thing they did is fix those particles. If you guys remember last week, there were some insane particles showing up on everybody's screen. Whether you had particles on or off, these particles were visible, and they basically killed off a lot of people in the game, so they ended up fixing that this week, thank goodness. But regardless of that, Technoblade here, he didn't end up winning as many games as he did in the last week of Minecraft Monday in Tnt Run. The team that won the most games in Tnt Run just so happened to be Vikkstar and TBNRFrags once again. Now, Techno may not have won too many games in Tnt Run, but when he played the dropper, there was no competition. Out of the 10 rounds of the dropper, Technoblade came in third or under every single time. I don't know if he practiced a lot or if he just knew what to do, but it was really no challenge. I mean, once he got into that map, he was first place just about every time. Now, after this game took place, the official leaderboard showed Vikkstar and TBNRFrags in first place, with Techno and James Charles following behind. And well, in game 4, which was Spleef, people were taken by surprise when Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo, well, they won twice out of the 3 rounds. Now, the next game was probably one of the longest games in the minigame tournament, which of course was Battle Arena, also known as UHC. Now, thankfully, there was no controversy this week with Technoblade using the /top command. Regardless of that though, he did end up dying about halfway through the game, with the winners of that round being Bajan Canadian and Just Verb. Now in game 6, people saw something they never thought they would see when Technoblade got carried by James Charles. The minigame was Find the Button, and well, out of the 11 buttons that they found, 2 of those were Technoblades. Now, even though they had a really high score, they ended up losing the game to Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo once again. Now, the next minigame was Run from the Lava. Now, if you guys remember last week in Minecraft Monday, Technoblade absolutely dominated the competition, being 3 to 4 levels of parkour ahead of the nearest person. Now, of course, all eyes were on Techno, seeing if he would do it again, except this week he had a little bit of competition. TBNRFrags, the new player to the tournament, actually overpassed Techno within the first 3 levels, and he stayed with a high lead throughout the rest of the game. Now, if you guys watch Techno's perspective, he actually seemed to kind of choke a little bit, like he wasn't on his game. I don't know if he was intimidated by TBNRFrags or if he was nervous, or I don't know what happened, but Techno, man, you gotta get on your game for next week, because we want to see you win and dominate like you did the week before. And well, after this, TBNRFrags and Vikkstar were first on the leaderboards once again, with Technoblade and James Charles coming in 4th. Now, game 8 was Bingo Hunt, and this had some unexpected winners when Kyre Speedy and Albie Sidearms took home the gold. Now, regardless of that, Technoblade and James Charles did end up getting top 5, so they still got quite a bit of points for it. But the final round, of course, was Hunger Games once again, and this game they actually had to restart after a glitch showed a 1-hour grace period. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but it gave everybody 60 minutes to get loot. I'm telling you, that would have been crazy. Now, apart from that, Technoblade and James Charles died halfway through, with some new winners once again, Jerome and Philza, winning the Hunger Games. So, to end off the final leaderboard, the official winners of the tournament were none other than TBNRFrags and Vikkstar 123. Now, ironically, Skeppy and Techno tied in solo leaderboards for the places 3 and 4, and for the second week in a row, Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo were second on the overall leaderboards once again. Now, personally, I think Skeppy and Bad Boy Halo are going to give it everything they got in the next week of Minecraft Monday. They've gotten second place twice now, and I think they're probably ready to get first. Now, third place went to Bajan Canadian and Just Verb, and of course, none other than Technoblade and James Charles coming in 4th. Now, we are going to get into the drama of the event, of course, but before we do that, TBNRFrags did tweet out this after winning the tournament. Big GGs. Won my first hashtag Minecraft Monday. So much fun. At Keemstar, thank you so much for hosting. And my hashtag pack partner, Vikkstar123, hashtag Bestin, came in strong. Now, for those that don't know, Mr. TBNRFrags here was only teamed with Vikkstar after Keemstar received a message about TBNRFrags saying he's, quote, rusty. Now, rusty refers to somebody who hasn't played in a long time, saying, oh, you know, TBNRFrags isn't that good. He's not gonna wipe the floor with Vikkstar. But that's really what happened. And well, regardless of what perspective you watched in Minecraft Monday, it was pretty clear to see that TBNRFrags, well, he was just about anything but rusty. And of course, after this, Technoblade tweeted out a picture saying the Minecraft Monday experience, showing Keemstar and his other organizer letting TBNRFrags in as a Trojan horse, saying in quotes, don't worry, he's rusty. Now, of course, this spread everywhere in the Minecraft Monday community, with that being a signature phrase being tied to TBNRFrags. So after Preston saw this, he tweeted out saying, quote, rusty. Basically, Preston here is just saying he sees all the comments about being quote unquote rusty, and something tells me, you guys, that next week in Minecraft Monday, you're not gonna see TBNRFrags and Vikkstar on the same team. If they split up Technoblade and Shotgun Raids for being on the same team and being too good, this probably is going to be the same case here. It is going to be interesting to see who Technoblade's teammate is for next week, as well as TBNRFrags. I don't think they're going to be teammates. I don't think Technoblade and TBNRFrags are going to be anywhere near each other. But of course, I will keep you updated on that for next week's Minecraft Monday. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for the news this week. If you're new here, and of course you enjoyed today's video, you want to subscribe to Hypixel Alert to stay updated on everything happening in the Minecraft Monday tournament. Of course, I'll be your host, Lego Maestro, keeping you guys informed on what's going on. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, putting a like on it would be much appreciated because it shows that you like what I do here. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and Hypixel Alert now, over 38,800 subscribers. And I will see you next time.